To work, 5-star performance coming up. Hey, guys, what's up? Are you waiting on somebody?
Actually, we're waiting for you.
What are you talking about, waiting for me?
Yeah, we're waiting for you. I'm not allowed to let you in the building tonight.
Bro, I'm right on time. I gotta go call the show.
I
Get out of the way.
understand. No, Hulk Hogan said, no, I can't let you in.
Hulk Hogan said you can't let me in.
That's what he told me.
This is not a joke.
Strict
What are you
orders.
talking about? Hulk Hogan said you can't let me in.
Hulk Hogan gave me strict orders not to let you in.
I am the show. I'm the Aces and Eights guy. I'm the color commentator. I gotta call the show.
But that's what I'm told to do. I have to do what Hulk says.
But I'm right on time. So let me get this straight just to recap. You're telling me Hulk Hogan gave you a direct order not to let me in that arena?
Direct order, I can't let you in.
Okay, well, that's an outrage. It's ridiculous, and I'm furious
I'm
about
sorry.
it.
I'm only doing what I'm told.
Ronnie, you know me a long time. You know who I am.
I do.
And this is a joke, and I'm pissed off about it, and I don't like that you're standing in my way.
I'm sorry. I'm doing my job.
You're doing your job, huh? I'll tell you about your job. You're going to be out of a job, because you are both be working in a pizzeria in Brooklyn somewhere, because I'm calling someone, and you're done.
I'm sorry.
You're done.
I'm sorry, Taz.
Previously on Impact Wrestling, the X Division continued to heat up. Manic overcame the odds in an Ultimate X showdown to claim the X Division title.
History made. New X Division title goes to Manic.
The main event Mafia was hellbent on ridding TNA of the Aces and Eights. After helping Sabin secure the heavyweight title, the Mafia was on a mission to eliminate the gang for good.
The main event Mafia was formed to destroy Aces and Eights.
Chris Sabin was ready to begin his reign as a fighting champion.
I challenge whoever wins the Ultimate X match, champion versus champion.
But Bully Ray served up a giant roadblock to the champion's plans.
We have been forced to file a lawsuit against Impact Wrestling, bring that title to the true champ.
Hulk and Dixie were left with a dilemma: protect Sabin or Impact Wrestling.
As much as I don't want to do this, I'll do what needs to be done.
Just when it looked like Sabin would lose the title, Hogan made an announcement that shocked the world.
You will get your rematch against the World Heavyweight Champion, brother. At Hardcore Justice, the TNA World title will be defended inside a steel cage.
Impact Wrestling starts right now.
Impact Wrestling is live from the great state of Texas. We are in Wichita Falls, where tonight it's the Bound for Glory series matches that you voted for. Plus, the main event Mafia. They have an offer that Aces and Eights won't be able to refuse. And it's champion versus champion. When the new world champ, Chris Sabin, meets the new X Division champ, Manic, Impact Wrestling is live. And yes, with Taz locked out of the arena, the instructions from our general manager, Hulk Hogan, it's Mike Tenay, it's JB, Jeremy Borach here at ringside. And ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the Bound for Glory series tonight, the power was in your hands. You voted at ImpactWrestling.com.
And congratulations, fans, you nailed this one. Dream match tonight. You voted on it. It's going to happen. Bound for Glory series matchup. First time ever on Spike TV. Austin Aries goes one-on-one with AJ Styles in our main event tonight.
And JB, switching gears if we can, as we saw at the top of the broadcast, it has been a chaotic week for TNA and Impact Wrestling, and it really all started last Friday.
Yeah, Friday at the TNA offices, we received an ominous video, no question about it, since that time. And on that video, this person said they would be here tonight. A warning, if you will, for August 1st. Well, August 1st is here, and we received our latest tape earlier this afternoon. Let's take a look.
August 1 is here. You all have guessed on who I am. You won't know who I am. No, I am the one who shall inflict pain. You won't know when. You won't know how. But my arrival tonight will shock you. Shock.
Step in front of me.
You will get dropped. You have been warned.
Stay tuned, because I am here.
Well, we won't know when, won't know how, but that warning contained the words that he's going to be here tonight, a shocking arrival.
Yeah, these videos have been deciphered, have been broken down in any which way possible, trying to figure out who this is, when, where, how. August 1st is here. We're going to find out tonight.
And here is the greatest man that ever lived, Austin Aries. Later tonight, he needs AJ Styles for the dream match that is in the Bound for Glory series.
You know, if there's a better way
Can you hear me now? Y'all know who I am? So apparently y'all know my name. That's a good thing. You know, there's a lot of things going on right now in Impact Wrestling, but they're all focused on one thing, and that's the World Heavyweight Championship. And along with the World Heavyweight Championship, we're in the midst of the Bound for Glory series. First thing I want to do is I want to publicly congratulate Chris Sabin on knocking off Bully Ray and becoming the World Heavyweight Champion. But Chris, with that congratulations comes a warning. You, my friend, you are now the hunted, and it's fitting that the man who handed over the X Division title for the World Heavyweight Championship now has an X on your back. And Chris, if you're looking at the monitor in the back, you're looking at the man who is going to win the Bound for Glory series and become the next World Heavyweight Champion. And that all starts tonight because everybody's in for a big treat. The people asked, and they're going to get what they want. Tonight, in the main event, first time ever in this ring, live on Spike Television, AJ Styles versus Austin Aries. That, my friends, is a match that since the moment I walked back into this company, everybody has been dreaming about. And when I say everybody, I'm not talking about just you people at home. I'm not talking about just the people here in Wichita Falls, Texas. I'm talking about the people in the back. I'm talking about the other wrestlers, the knockouts, the people working catering, the guys who set up the ring, the announcers, the referees. Everybody wants to see AJ Styles versus Austin Aries, and tonight you get it. They call it the phenomenal one versus the common denominator of greatness. Two of the most gifted athletes to ever step into a professional wrestling ring. But let me phrase this match one more way. AJ Styles, the man who put TNA Impact Wrestling on his back for a decade, versus Austin Aries, the man who will put TNA Wrestling on his back for the next decade. And if there's anybody out there who has any doubts, or anybody in the back who has any doubts, I will erase them all tonight.
Well, a very confident Austin Aries, who will face AJ Styles later tonight, is interrupted by his one-time tag team partner, Bobby Roode. Haven't seen Bobby Roode since he had the Bound for Glory series loss to Austin Aries. And JD, I know that you were up close and personal when Bobby Roode snapped here right at the broadcast table.
Snapped. He lost his mind. He lost his marbles. He went crazy. I ran for my life. He's back now. And after what Austin Aries just said, he would take great exception to that. He wants to carry this company on his shoulders for the next 10 years.
You want to walk out here, you want to brag, you want to gloat, you want to talk about dreams, dream matches? Let's stop talking about dreams and let's start talking about nightmares. Let's talk about the nightmare that I've been living with since last Destination X, when you beat me for the World Heavyweight Championship. Let's face it, you know, I've had a crap year. And since the day that you beat me for that title, you, the guys in the back, everyone in this arena, everyone at home, everybody, including myself, has forgotten what Bobby Roode is capable of doing inside this ring. I was the longest reigning, most dominant World Heavyweight Champion in the history of Impact Wrestling. I became the leader of the selfish generation. Damn it, I am the it factor of professional wrestling. And starting here, starting tonight, the game is gonna change. Because Bobby Roode is gonna go back to what brought him to the dance the first time. Bobby Roode is gonna do the things that made Bobby Roode a world heavyweight champion the first time around. From here on out, I only care about one thing, and that's getting back the World Heavyweight Championship. Tonight, I prove once again that it pays to be rude. Well, Bobby Roode, listen, I'm gonna agree with everything you just said. You're the it factor or the spit factor, so you keep spitting in my face. But you know what? I hope you do go on, and I hope you get your mojo back, and I hope you make it to the finals of the Bound for Glory series so I can beat you again. Good luck.
Bobby Roode claiming that people forget what he's able to do in the ring. Well, Bobby Roode, this is your opportunity. It's Bound for Glory Series matchup time. One of the matches that you, ladies and gentlemen, voted for at ImpactWrestling.com. And check out Roode's opponent. It's Big Supermax. Whoa, whoa.
Roode not wasting any time. He talked about being aggressive. He talked about starting over. He talked about showing everyone why he's the it factor. Can he do it?
Roode on the attack. Bobby Roode versus Hernandez. Must win Bound for Glory Series matchup right after this. And we are back on Impact Wrestling Bound for Glory Series matchup. Bobby Roode against Supermex Hernandez. JB, this is what went down during the commercial break. Check this out.
A very aggressive Roode took it to Hernandez for most of the first part of the matchup, but it was Hernandez able to turn the tide, and Roode, look at that, shoves Hernandez right into the post at ringside.
The words that we heard from the it factor Bobby Roode as he goes for the cover here, going to try and pick up 7 points in the series, tells me that he is determined to change things in terms of the Bound for Glory series, change them quickly and change them tonight.
Well, he's going to have to. I mean, think of this.
He's desperate to get points.
The longest reigning world heavyweight champion in this company's history right now has 0 points in the Bound for Glory series. 0.
And he'd be in last place in the Bound for Glory series if it wasn't for that disqualification loss of Joseph Park that put him at -10. So you're right.
And the fact he's declaring that he needs to once again go back to what brought him to the dance in the first place. That's a dangerous statement considering his history.
Oh, out of the corner. Roode ready for Supermex. Drives him down. Spinebuster leads to the pin. Far leg hook, but still only able to get 2.
Like the words that stuck with me there. You people have forgotten what Bobby Roode is capable of. And remember back to last year. Remember the victories as World Heavyweight Champion. The things he did. The lengths he went to.
And yes, he is a desperate Bobby Roode in terms of the Bound for Glory series. Going to try and follow up the advantage out on the arena floor. Oh, shoulder first goes Supermex directly into the steel steps. Boy, there has been so much speculation, JB, in terms of social media, especially about August 1 warning. Talk about that in a second. First, it's the pin and Roode for 2.
I'll tell you what, Mike, I have studied all 4 of these tapes that we have received. You know, in the midst of these tapes, you're finding out little clues, little things along the way, and I'm sitting here telling you at this hour of the game, as this program has started with this August 1st date upon us, I have absolutely no clue who has promised, who has vowed to show up here tonight.
Corner chop directed to the chest of Hernandez. Roode remains in control. Going to try and shoot his opponent across, and does. The bigger man, Supermex, rocked again with a corner clothesline. That's what it's all about. Bobby Roode getting the World Heavyweight Championship back. He's obviously made it his goal. Tremendous agility out of the corner. But Roode's there to meet Supermex with a strike to the head. Hernandez fights him off, goes airborne, not able to connect. Roode going to try and follow it up. Got the submission hold. Could be going for 10 points here. Cranking back on the head. He's got the crossface at the same time. He's got the arm seized.
Well, this would be a great way to get points on the board in a big way. 10 points to be exact in the submission.
Hernandez going to tap out here. Referee Brian Hebner right in the face of Supermax to see if he taps, and Rude quickly would pick up 10 points. Look at this. Check out the power of Hernandez.
Oh, so strong, Mike. He is unprecedented when it comes to strength. In this industry, Hernandez stronger than anyone.
We can also tell you that the main event Mafia, they promised that they have an offer tonight. An offer to Aces and Eights that they won't be able to refuse. Power of the clothesline by Supermax.
And check this out. Kurt Angle tweeted earlier today. We're going to have some news on that. Kurt Angle vowing that this is going to be a big night for the main event Mafia. Oh, wow.
Feeding off the crowd. The strength of Supermax. Headed up the ramp. Rude down in the ring. Could be time for a takeoff. Air Mexico on the way. Here he comes down the runway. Boy, Rude's plan just not working. Complexion of this match has changed totally in favor of Big Hernandez.
And look at that strength, Mike, right up over his head.
Rude able to slide down, makes contact with the referee. Oh, and a low blow. Referee had his back turned, never saw it. The roll-up, the small package, and he's using the tights as well. And Hernandez still kicks out at 2.
Thought he had him there, no question about it. Referee distracted, a low blow by Rude, and that's got to incite him.
You can just sense that frustration growing in Bobby Roode, especially in terms of the comments that he made at the top of the broadcast. Oh, he's got that look in his eyes again. Give this guy some room.
Yeah.
Now we're throwing chairs again.
Mike, he's right. I hate this.
He's snapped. Chair after chair.
Oh. There are chairs in the ring.
And referee doing his best to try and control Bobby Roode. What's he got in his hand?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. He's right. Oh, God!
Lord.
Beer bottle smashed over the head of Hernandez. Referee turns around. He was clearing the ring of the chairs and counts 3. And Roode picks up the 7 points. Boy, think about it. Remember when Bobby Roode won the World Heavyweight Championship when he beat the Cowboy James Storm? Used the beer bottle, JB.
He used the beer bottle indeed, and that started the greatest year of his career. Wow. Roode taking things to the next level. You want to know the extent he'll go to? He asked that earlier. I guess we're finding out. Forgotten what Bobby Roode is capable of? Check this out. While the referee was clearing the ring of the steel chairs, Roode reached under the ring, a bottle he obviously planted there earlier this afternoon, and a bottle he used for victory. And Mike, Roode said he's going to go back to what brought him to the dance. I think he's successful.
Back to what Roode knows. Wins by any means necessary. And yeah, he proves that it pays to be Roode.
Steve, does Mafia have any connection with the August 1 warning?
We're going to find out soon enough.
Kurt, what's the plan for Aces and Eights tonight?
Well, let's just say we're going to make them an offer they can't refuse. Oh, yeah.
Check this out, live tweeting backstage with the program at Frankie Kazarian, sharing his thoughts on everything going on at Impact Wrestling live with the program. You can check it out at ImpactWrestling.com. Frankie Kazarian tweeting the first hour of tonight's show live from backstage.
And ladies and gentlemen, it was just moments ago, right before the break, Bobby Roode facing Hernandez, must win Bound for Glory Series matchup for both men. And the look on the face of Bobby Roode, sensing that frustration, JB, and then Roode snapped again.
You could sense the frustration. You could sense the desperation as he's, at this point, at 0 points in the Bound for Glory series. Completely premeditated reach under the ring. And now look at this. Right over the head of Hernandez, a pin. And that earns him 7 points in the Bound for Glory series. Bobby Roode on the board, headed to October.
And to confirm it, let's take a look at the updated leaderboard of the Bound for Glory series, and you can see how Bobby Roode just moved up the standings. JB said, picks up 7 points with the victory. It's a big one for Bobby Roode. He finally gets off the schneid.
Oh, yeah, big night. I'm getting back in the ring. No more counting to 3 for me.
No way.
I'm going to beat Gail Kim's little patootie. Oh, yeah.
Look, I can't be there. You know I want to be. I'm there in spirit. I got a full plate tonight.
We'll count to 3
Look what I'm
later
dealing
on.
with.
3.
Oh, yeah. Good luck with that. Love ya.
Eric, I've been looking all over for you. I got the big match tonight, Bound for Glory series. Some of the boys have been saying work on some new moves. What's twerking?
Listen, don't listen to them. Listen to me. You trust me, right?
Oh, yeah, I trust you.
Look, I've been doing some experiments, crunching the numbers. I actually shot off a rocket. And this is what I figured out. What? You get hit in the head, you bleed, then you lose control. When you lose control, you lose matches.
Yeah, it's been a real problem, EY. I mean, I'm -10.
Yeah, you have no points, negative points. It's a bad thing, but look I've got the answer. This is the first step to success. The first step to climbing back to the top of the mountain. You trust me, right?
I trust you, but what is it?
You're wearing that tonight. Come on, buddy, let's do it.
What are you talking about? What's inside of it?
Don't worry.
Well, it sounds like Eric Young has a plan for Joseph Park as we take you back 1 week ago tonight. Ultimate X the stage. Manic, Sanjay Dutt, Greg Marachulo competing in a 3-way match, JB, as we crowned a new X Division champ last Thursday.
And all 3 of these individuals competing showed absolutely no fear of heights whatsoever. However, it was Manic who was able to scale the high wire and become the new X Division champion.
Hey man, I've been looking for you. I actually wanted to talk to you a little bit. I just wanted to congratulate you on all your success becoming the X Division champion. I know what an honor it is to hold that belt. Congratulations, man.
You know, 15 years as TJ Perkins and I treaded water, Chris. 15 years of hard work and I accomplished nothing. This has been a rebirth for me. This has given me an identity. I turned this face into the face of the X Division. And this has brought me the X Division championship.
Yes, it has. And you know what? That's exactly why I respect you. Because you and I, we come from similar places, you know? We're not the biggest, we're not the strongest, but we have the most heart. And you know what? That brought you the X Division title, and that brought me the World Heavyweight title. So that's why I wanted my first match to be against you. Not anyone else, just you. All right? So you better bring your best tonight, because I damn sure am gonna bring mine, all right? All right?
See you out there.
I'll see you out there.
Yes, champion versus champion later tonight. And as we look outside the arena here in Wichita Falls, well, look what has arrived on the scene. I mean, you think this vehicle may contain that mysterious individual who's been sending those videotape messages to the TNA and Impact Wrestling offices?
Those videotape messages said, I don't work for TNA. I don't work for Spike TV. Who does he work for? What's he doing here? We're going to find out tonight.
And as we welcome you back to Impact Wrestling Live on Spike, time for our second Bound for Glory Series match tonight. And again, must-win time for both men.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is a Bound for Glory Series match. Introducing first from Chicago, Illinois, Jay Bradley.
Gut check winner Jay Bradley looking to get on the board in the Bound for Glory Series. And JB, it was earlier today when we heard these comments from Jay Bradley.
Yeah. All right. Probably a few guys in the Bound for Glory series overlooking me because they see this next to my name. Let me remind them, a few of these, then these start adding up real quick.
Joseph Park, accompanied by EY, Eric Young. We saw moments ago that Eric has, well, something in mind here for Joseph Park.
I'm guessing something to do with helping him out in this match or this situation, his situation. Knowing Eric Young, I'm guessing it's not a fashion item. I'm going to go on a clip there. And check this out, Mike. Kurt Angle tweeted earlier today that he has something special for the Aces and Eights. An offer they can't refuse. You can follow Kurt Angle at Real Kurt Angle. And we're going to see what this is all about. An offer tonight. What's going on in the ring, Mike?
Yeah, the Kurt Angle stuff, very interesting. But now, check out the headgear that Eric Young has for Joseph Park.
That looks to be regulation headgear of some sort.
Right. I mean, I'm just going to put 2 and 2 together here, and you think about what we have seen over the course of the past couple of months, matches involving Joseph Park, and how often we have seen Joseph Park snap at the sight of, well, usually blood coming from his face, from his head.
Yeah, the turnbuckle's not going to stop him there, but a punch in the stomach will.
Yeah, minus 10 points is where Joseph Park sits in terms of the standings because of the disqualification loss that he had. And Jay Bradley, boy, is just totally intent on ripping that headgear off. You look at these two individuals, and I think on the surface, you have to say conditioning edge and a slight experience edge goes to Jay Bradley, who drops the knee.
No question about it. It's experience.
Watch his pin. Here's the quick cover. Going to go for 7. Nope, just a 2 count.
You always got to watch out for the boomstick. The deadly clothesline by Jay Bradley.
JB TNA has developed the most interactive workout fitness app to date. It's a customizable fitness app. It's available now. It features Jeff Hardy. It's the next generation of workout programs. We invite you to go wherever apps can be downloaded. Search TNA Always Evolve to download your exercise app today. Roll up out of the corner. Joseph Park has Bradley's shoulders down for 2.
Tell you what, this advice given to Joseph Park by Eric Young so far, I mean, these two, it's like they're the odd couple. It's like, you know, if Eric Young is giving Joseph Park advice, gotta wonder which one of the two is the more odd.
Another pin attempt here by Bradley, but not able to put Joseph Park away. A very interesting combination with Eric Young and Joseph Park, with Eric Young in the role of advisor.
Obviously, the idea here, idea for Eric Young, for Joseph Park, is to cover himself up, protect his head, keep that head from getting busted open. He won't lose his mind, won't lose his match.
Got to tell you that coming up next, tonight here on Impact Wrestling Live, it's champion versus champion. The new World Heavyweight Champion, Chris Sabin, to face the new X Division Champion, Manic. Some very interesting comments that we just heard from those two individuals. And those two champions go head-to-head. Coming up next as Bradley goes airborne and drops the knee.
Well, that plus AJ Styles versus Aries. Here's the cover. What a loaded lineup on tonight's Impact Plus. August 1 warning. This person is vowed to be here tonight. We saw that limousine pull up outside. A lot of questions to be answered tonight.
And remember, Main Event Mafia, an offer for Aces and Eights. An offer that they will not be able to refuse. That's what the Mafia is telling us. Power game exhibited by Big Joseph Park. Able to drop and plant Bradley with the slam. 350 pounds headed to the corner. But before Joseph Park can come off the ropes, he stopped in mid-move. Quickly, but the quick double leg. Oh yeah, remember this? He learned this in Boston. Boston Crab applied by Joseph Park. Gonna go for the submission win. Could Joseph Park pick up 10 points right here?
Well, that would be huge. That would put him right at
0.
Come on, he's on the ropes. He's on the ropes.
Rope break for Jay Bradley. Park momentarily distracted in a conversation with the referee. Ooh! And Jay Bradley takes the huge Joseph Park up into the air.
Yeah, Bradley's got to be careful on a move like that. 350-plus pounds right down on your own knee. Oh, he got it off.
It's been the focus of Jay Bradley, the man who says that he's going to win ugly. Been trying to take the headgear of Joseph Park away from him, take it off. And finally, he succeeds. He's measuring. He's going to go for that boomstick. You can see him load up the arm. Here he comes. Wait a minute. Joseph Park, quick reversal. Joseph Park, fall away slam. Drops down, covers. Joseph Park gets 7 points.
Your winner, Joseph Park.
Wow, what a big win. And Eric Young in his corner. This is reason for celebration now.
How about that?
He's down to -3, or up to -3.
Up to -3. You talk about brains and brawn. What an interesting combination this is.
Oh, yeah. What is this offer going to be? We saw the tweet by Kurt Angle earlier tonight. The Main Event Mafia. An offer for the Aces and Eights that they can't refuse.
But ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere because champion versus champion is next. The world champ, Chris Sabin. The X Division champ, Manik. And it's right after this.
Gentlemen, before we get started, Sting and I would like to know, does anyone here have any knowledge of any additional information about the August 1st warning?
No.
No, sorry.
Okay, good. Well, we know why we put this group together. To accomplish 2 things. One of them we've already done successfully. Bully Ray is no longer champion! Sorry. Second part of this thing is we're halfway home here. There might be a sacrifice that needs to happen, which means we're all going to have to take a risk. Kurt and I want to know, is everyone ready to take the risk? Rampage.
No doubt, I'm ready.
I always knew there'd be sacrifices. I am in.
You know I'm in.
I know you're in. I'm in. We're good to go. Now we're gonna make Aces and Eights an offer they can't refuse.
No matter what they say, I came here to fight. Am I all right?
That's why we like you.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first your X Division champion. This is Manik.
Well, Rampage Jackson, Main Event Mafia. He is ready for a fight. And we heard a little bit more about that offer that they're going to have for Aces and Eights where there's some risk involved as we see the new X Division champion, Manik, make his way to the ring for this very special one-on-one matchup.
And his opponent from Detroit, Michigan, your World Heavyweight Champion, Chris Sabin.
Chris Sabin's going to step at the steel cage against Bully Ray for that World Heavyweight title. That's upcoming at Hardcore Justice. But first, tonight here live from Wichita Falls, Texas, this is the matchup that the champ himself asked for. Chris Sabin goes to TNA Management, goes to Impact Wrestling, and he says, I want a matchup against Manik.
And very interesting to note the residual effect of what has happened with this Option C that Austin Aries created last year at Destination X. Since then, the X Division champion has received a higher profile, more opportunity. Now we see champion versus champion in the ring tonight. And interesting to note, Chris Sabin in this position as X Division champion. It was that opportunity that allowed him that chance at the World Heavyweight Championship at Destination X.
Yeah, Sabin duplicated, as you talked about, last year's accomplishment by Austin Aries cashing in that X Division title. He wins it, the world title that is, at Destination X last July 18th when he defeated Bully Ray, and he's got Bully Ray in his sights. The big Hardcore Justice event that's going to be here on free TV on Spike Thursday, August the 15th.
World Heavyweight title match inside the steel cage. Hardcore Justice live right here on Spike. It's going to be huge 2 weeks from tonight.
Chris Sabin adding the World Heavyweight Championship to a resume that already included 6 reigns as X Division champion and, of course, former World Tag Team title holder as well. And I think he sees, in terms of Manik, an individual who brings many of the same things that Sabin does to the ring.
Yeah, great mutual respect with good reason for these two. Both great athletes, young athletes, exciting, fun to watch. And really, I think the best days are ahead of them in both cases.
Sabin goes for the kick. Quickly, Manik able to avoid the contact and does it again. But the quickness of these guys is amazing. Nice quick hook of the leg by Sabin. But it's the leg power of Manik, the X Division champ, who stands at the ready. Yes, it's champion versus champion. It's Chris Sabin versus Manik. And we'll have more after this. And we are back live on Impact Wrestling, Battle of the Champions. The new champions and the X Division title holder Manik with the shoulder block to the midsection of the new world champ Chris Sabin. Quick reversal sends Manik off into the ropes. Watch the speed and momentum. Quick revolution around, drops down, has the arm quickly going for an arm bar, and then rolls through. Mahi straw cradle, roll up for a 2 count by Manik.
So exciting, the moves, the counter moves. These two have each other very well scouted here tonight.
Headstand in the corner by Manik, quickly tossed out to the apron. Ooh, Manik dropped down to the floor. We invite you to join TNA Wrestling for a look at the classic matches, most personal rivalries, and unforgettable moments. Past and present collide. TNA Wrestling presents one night only. TNA 10, The Reunion. It's pay-per-view, and it premieres tomorrow, Friday, August the 2nd. For details, contact your cable or satellite provider.
What a lot of fun that show is. You got to check it out on pay-per-view. Some great names from the past show up. Don't miss it, our 10-year reunion. Now, Sabin capitalizes, throws Manik back into the ring in a cover.
See if he can put him away, goes for that cover, and no, gets just 2. Remember, we have been promised, ladies and gentlemen, that we will know the identity of August 1 warning. Tonight, everybody's talking about it.
And everybody's been talking about it since that first tape arrived this last Friday at the TNA Wrestling offices.
Suplex leads to a cover and 2.
Some subtle clues in there, some people who it's not. But the fact is, this person is vowed to be here tonight, and there's a limousine parked outside.
In addition to that, tonight, Gail Kim versus ODB. Knockouts, one-on-one matchup as ODB returns to the ring. And how about Austin Aries, AJ Styles, the dream match that you, the fans, voted for at ImpactWrestling.com. Bound for Glory Series, that's still to come tonight.
And 2 great weeks of Bound for Glory Series matches. We'd like to thank all the fans who got on our website, ImpactWrestling.com, and voted in droves. And certainly the matchup we're going to be seeing tonight between Aries and Styles, a dream match. Our fans voted in big numbers to see that tonight.
Variation of a surfboard-style submission, but quickly broken up as Sabin's submission attempt is answered by Manik, driving his boots into the chest of the world champion. X Division champ just so quick. Just amazing to watch as he snaps off the head scissors. Check the spring. Oh! See that angle? Wow. Springboard, drop kick. Got the world champion down. Can Manik pin Sabin? No!
I'll tell you what, you think about the matchups, what Manik had to go through to become X Division champion. Not only qualifying in the first 3-way matchup, but then climbing the wires, scaling that structure, and able to capture the X Division championship last week right here.
Yeah, terrific point. Manik definitely earning it as Sabin's able to roll his shoulders back, but only a 2 count from senior official Earl Hebner. Wow, how was he able to slide through and drive Sabin down with a powerbomb? Leads to the pin, not enough.
Well, these two have each other so well scouted. They know each other inside and out, and there's no question that Manik right now has the World Heavyweight Champion in a very tough position. If he can capitalize on it, this could be a huge night for Manik.
Sabin's down. World champion on his back. X Division title holder Manik heads to the top, and Sabin quick recovery and able to drop him back in the corner, and there's the chop. forearm shots by Sabin to Manik out of the corner. Does he have him sufficiently weakened to suplex him or even superplex him out of the corner? The way he's able to hold him up in midair, drive him down with authority to the canvas. Wow.
Wow, he gave him a chance to think about it. I mean, it's one thing to be hanging upside down like that, but to be on the second rope.
And drapes the arm. No, just two.
An incredible move, an incredible show of strength as well by Chris Sabin.
Crowd cheering the world champ on. Sabin, who asked for this match against Manik. Obviously the mutual respect that we talked about earlier. He's got to keep in mind that he's going to step in the steel cage. Hardcore Justice right here on Spike, August the 15th, when he defends against Bully Ray. Maybe the focus in terms of Chris Sabin, he's thinking about that steel cage match. He cannot afford to fall prey to the look-ahead factor.
Well, you know he's thinking about that cage match. You know it's just 2 weeks away. And making that challenge to the X Division champion was also making a statement to the rest of this Impact Wrestling roster. There's no question about it. Sabin's had it to prove earlier he's going to be a fighting champion.
Sabin, quick roll up here. Has Manik's shoulders down for two. Again, we are seeing how well Sabin and Manik know each other back and forth. Reversals and counters between the two. Wow, one step ahead was Sabin that time.
And you think about it. Oh! Wow. Sabin has been one step ahead since winning that World Heavyweight Championship.
There it is. Caught him with the kick. Follows with the Hail Sabin and gets the win.
Your winner, Chris Sabin.
World Heavyweight Champion Chris Sabin wins the champion versus champion showdown against the X Division title holder Manik that Sabin requested.
This is the momentum, just 2 weeks away, knowing he's got that steel cage match for the World Heavyweight Championship. And look at this great kick by Sabin. That takes Manik to the ground. A great counter, and look at this. High, elevated, vertical suplex from the second rope.
Such great action. Finally capped off by Sabin. Wait a minute. We were calling the replay here. Where did Bully Ray come from? Bully Ray, who's going to step inside the steel cage in 2 weeks, in from behind after Sabin just went through this grueling champion versus champion match.
But Bully Ray's an opportunist. There's no question about it.
President of Aces and Eights with the outswinging the steel chain. Watch out, Earl. Not a good situation here for Sabin.
You should have handed me! Ray, get it right now! I told you! You should have handed me! My belt!
Manik trying to get a shot in on Bully Ray, and look at Sabin. Look at Sabin fight back. World champ's on fire.
Mike, he's ready. He's ready for 2 weeks from tonight. He's not afraid of Bully Ray. He's not afraid of that steel cage.
Boy, you're right. Sabin getting the best of the Bully again. Bully not necessarily making those right choices. I think Bully just got outsmarted once again by Chris Sabin.
I don't think he factored in that not only Sabin was going to be there to deal with, but Manik as well. Neither one of these guys fans of Bully Ray, that's for sure. But Sabin is ready. Make no mistake about it, Mike. Chris Sabin not only has been one step ahead of Bully Ray since becoming World Heavyweight Champion, but the Main Event Mafia's got his back. It's been a great source of confidence for the new World Heavyweight Champion, Chris Sabin.
Could not agree with you more. And Ladies and gentlemen, you can just feel the confidence going through the roof when it comes to Chris Sabin. We are now just 2 weeks away from Hardcore Justice. It's going to be free right here on Spike TV. They're going to step inside the steel cage, the huge rematch for the world title.
And of course, when you talk about this rematch, keep in mind, no aces and eights, no main event mafia, just 2 men locked inside the cage. And don't forget tonight, the main event, Austin Aries versus AJ Styles.
Yeah, it's still to come. You voted for the Bound for Glory Series dream match, and we are going to deliver that matchup tonight. AJ versus Aries for the first time ever on Spike.
No question about it. What will the offer be from the main event mafia to the aces and eights? They have said, we have an offer tonight that is too good to be true. What is that offer? We will find out tonight.
And we also anticipate solving the mystery of August 1 warning, the individual who's been sending these video messages to the offices of TNA.
Hey. Shoot me, not that. Here's the problem. Hogan won't let me in to go to work, won't let me make that show great, locking me out of the arena. Guess what's going to happen now, baby? I'm going to expose to the world August 1. Because I'm pissed off about this. I can't be with my brothers, Ace and Eights. You got me out here like a jerk in Africa heat, about 5,000 degrees. August 1, coming at you. Let's see what everybody's talking about. Are you kidding me? This is the hype? This is what everyone's talking about? This gets the big white Hummer? August 1? Let's show the world what I see.
My arrival tonight is shocking up in front of me. You will get drops. You have to have States. Because I'm
Those are the video we saw earlier. And ODB on her way to the ring. We have the TNA Knockouts in action. Her opponent is Gail Kim. The Knockouts are up next here on Impact Wrestling Live. This out. Get out your mobile devices. Get out your smartphones. The Cowboy James Storm live tweeting the second hour of Impact tonight. Follow along with the Cowboy. Follow along with Impact Wrestling at Impact Wrestling. Cowboy James Storm tweeting our second hour of Impact.
And here is another look at what happened with Taz outside the arena.
Are you kidding me? This is the hype? This is what everyone's talking about? This gets the big white Hummer? August 1? Let's show the world what I see.
My arrival tonight is shocking up in front of me. You will get drops. You have
Check this out next week right here on Impact, as voted by you, the fans, on ImpactWrestling.com. Bound for Glory Series matchup. We are going to see Bad Influence go one-on-one next week. Daniels versus Kazarian on Impact Wrestling Live.
Why do you insist every time the patients are actually the same?
I mean, that's got to be interesting for your relationship.
Interesting.
You know what? I'm going to pretend you're not even here talking, and I'm going to talk about the agenda that Impact Wrestling has had against Bad Influence from day one. They've been trying to plant the seeds of dissent with us all along. And now they've put the choice of the Bound for Glory Series matches in the hands of the fans.
That's silly. That's not Bad Influence. That's just bad management. It's stupid. I mean, nobody wants to see Larry Dallas slap Jack Tripper in the face. Nobody wants to see Captain America and Spider-Man go fisticuffs. No, it's just silly. It's ludicrous.
And it puts us both in a bad position. Me, I'm undefeated. I got 21 points in climbing. I'm firing on all cylinders. Poor Frankie here, he's 0-3.
There's no poor Frankie yet. Don't be that guy. I mean, I know you are that guy, but don't be that guy with me. All right?
All right? Well, look, man, I hope you don't expect me to just give these points to you, all right?
No. You're not going to give me anything. I'm going to take it, and you better be at your best.
The following knockout contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Toronto, Canada, Gail Kim.
we saw Gail Kim challenge Mickie James for the Knockouts Championship recently here on this broadcast. But Gail got physical with the Knockouts ref, ODB. That enabled Mickie to capitalize. But now, Gail has to deal with ODB.
And I like how last week Brooke Hogan came out and reminded Gail Kim, you're not just messing with a referee, you're messing with a wrestler by the name of ODB. And tonight she has her one-on-one in the ring knockouts action.
And her opponent from Minneapolis, Minnesota, ODB.
Yes, when Taryn Terrell turned in her referee shirt, ODB for the past several months has been a problem-solving knockouts referee. But yeah, Brooke Hogan, she told the world, still active on the Impact Wrestling roster, and ODB gets a chance to get physical back with Gail.
And this is what ODB likes. She is most comfortable in a situation where she can have a sip from her flask and she can get in a fight. It's a Friday night, it's a Thursday night, it's a Saturday night. That's every night. ODB loves that. And most comfortable doing that, it should be added.
And also very comfortable in terms of getting physical with the opposition here in the knockouts. I mean, ODB from your home state, JB, of Minnesota.
Yeah, guess what ODB...
Tell the people what ODB did when she was in high school.
ODB was a well-known ice hockey player.
Of course.
Okay? I mean, this is what we do in Minnesota. The gals are tough, no question about it. And ODB led the charge up at St. Cloud State University in high school prior before that. Look out.
Whoa! Throwing all of her weight at Gail Kim. Gail with nowhere to go just springs back off the ropes. ODB, watch out here up on the ramp. Gail able to slide down at the last second. Oh!
Come on. Hey, come on.
That's the physical style of ODB. Gonna go for the quick pin here on Gail, but no, just two. We invite you to visit ImpactWrestling.com. Find out when Thursday Night Impact Live is bringing our Spike TV cameras to your city. We can tell you that tickets are already on sale for August 15. That's Norfolk, Virginia. That's Hardcore Justice. Plus August 29, Cleveland, Ohio. September 12, St. Louis, Missouri. And get ready because tickets go on sale next Friday for September the 26th in Little Rock, Arkansas. More information, go to ImpactWrestling.com.
Look at this, Gail Kim perched on the second rope. Blows a kiss to the crowd. And decides to climb back down. ODB too far on the other side of the ring. And let's not forget, Mike, it was ODB. And it was Gail Kim's fascination with ODB and starting something with her that led to the loss last week we saw against Mickie James. She's obsessed. And since that time, she's wanted to do nothing but take that punishment out on ODB.
Gail Kim, the first ever knockout champion in her career. 2 times she's held the knockout title. And check out the power behind the dropkick. Follow pin, stacks up ODB for 2. But don't sell ODB short. In her career, she's actually been a knockouts champion 3 times.
Yeah, very different styles, I'd say, between these two gals. One likes to brawl. One is an incredible performer, incredible wrestler in that ring, can get the job done. But ODB is just tough as nails. There's no question about it.
Remember, still to come tonight, the match that you asked for, you demanded it, you selected it, that Bound for Glory Series blockbuster. AJ Styles, Austin Aries, Gail on top for another near fall.
And I've been counting down the calendar since Friday to August 1st. This August 1st warning, these videotapes, they're all up on ImpactWrestling.com. You can go check them out. But really, after watching these videos and studying these videos, I'm sitting here now, with no idea who is going to possibly show up, no idea who is or was in that limo, and no idea, but one thing I do know, this person is vowed to show up here tonight.
Yes, the identity of August 1 warning to be revealed. Gail, another pin attempt, and yet another 2 count. Right back at it again. The resilience and the resiliency of ODB here, just amazing.
She's resilient, she's tough, she's brutal. And one thing that we can say between what we have seen with Gail Kim is she can take a beating as well. With the matches, of course, with Taryn Terrell, very physical. And that physicality, I mean, you're matched with that kind of physicality in the ring with ODB.
I'm also so intrigued with what the Main Event Mafia, what they have up their sleeves tonight. They promise an offer for aces and eights. And they say aces and eights won't be able to refuse that, but when we heard the Main Event Mafia talking earlier, there's obviously some kind of risk involved.
Yeah,
really intriguing.
Very interesting that Sting kind of checked with everyone. Are you in? Are you in? We've got to make a sacrifice. He said, you know, one half of our goal was to rid Bully Ray of the World Heavyweight Championship. Well, goal accomplished. Now, what kind of sacrifice is Sting talking about with this offer that the aces and eights can't refuse?
Power game from ODB. First, the fall away slam. Quickly up to her feet. Has Gail now finally exactly where ODB wants her. Going to go back to power again. Up to the shoulder. Impact behind the running power slam. Follow pin. Gail Kim able to get the shoulder up before 3. Wow.
And note the ease that ODB was able to pick up Gail Kim. So powerful. And able to use that for his advantage into the midst of this matchup. And now in the corners, Gail Kim.
Speed and momentum behind ODB's charge. Answered by Gail, going to try and use her leg strength. But then the shoulder block sends Gail out to the floor. Whoa.
We've seen this before.
Yeah, on several occasions, we've seen from Gail Kim, well, this at least an attempt to use that figure 4 around the steel post. Obviously well scouted by ODB. She's seen it from her vantage point as a knockouts referee. Oh! And Gail just went head first right into the steel.
You can't compete, you can't match strength with the legs of ODB. Very powerful, deceptively powerful, and was able to use her leg strength to throw Gail Kim into that ring post.
Well, I don't know about deceptively. She's got legs like tree trunks.
She was able to control Gail Kim's entire body.
Gonna try and follow up the edge, and just as quick as that, Gail Kim reaches down, and ODB is sent into the steps.
Wow, look at this.
Oh, they just lost it out here. Gail from the mount, raining down the punches, and it's a story here from the referee, Brian Stifler.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is a double countout. No winner.
Kim back on ODB outside the ring.
Yeah, Gail Kim's mind, obviously nothing settled yet with ODB. Referee couldn't do anything else besides call for the double count out. They're back at it again.
Come on, get up. Come on, let it
In a physical contest tonight on Impact Wrestling. They're going to be able to stop Gail Kim.
We're going to need more help out here. We're definitely going to need more help out here.
For the past week, all I've heard about is this dream match. This dream match that has never happened before between AJ Styles and Austin Aries. You know, it's a bunch of BS. When I wrestled Jeff Hardy, it was BS as far as dream matches goes. I'm not that hopeful, wide-eyed kid that I used to be. No, I'm that hungry, greedy, powered man that I've become. You know what they say? If you can't beat them, join them. The Bound for Glory series. It's about the title, and it's about the money that goes with it. Dreams. There's no place for them, just like heroes. And tonight, Austin Aries, I've become your nightmare.
Well, you just heard it. AJ Styles totally focused on the Bound for Glory series. And AJ Styles, he's totally focused on Austin Aries. They meet for the first time ever on Spike TV. Aries, Styles, and it's coming up next.
You all have guessed on who I am. You won't know when, you won't know how, because I'm alive.
Last night at Bellator, 2-sport star King Mo defeated Jacob Noe to win the Summer Series Light Heavyweight Tournament. And as a result, TNA's King Mo earns a shot at the Bellator Light Heavyweight Championship. Congrats to King Mo.
they're gonna make us an offer we can't refuse? I think they've seen The Godfather one too many times. And I ain't about to sit back here and obsess over what they meant. What I am obsessing over is Chris Sabin. What I am obsessing over is hardcore justice. What I am obsessing over is getting that kid in a steel cage, destroying both of his knees, and getting my title back. You are in charge of taking care of the main event mafia. Get the job done, Mr. Vice President.
You got this. Handle your business.
I was just looking for you.
Oh, you were looking for me? What'd you want to do, Brooke? Did you want to go underneath the bleachers for a little while? Or maybe you were here asking me for the divorce that you will never, ever get.
Mark, you might want to rethink that. You know that rematch you have with Chris Sabin and the contract you're supposed to sign next week? Remember? Yeah, well, I've heard some things about that contract that might not really be in your favor, so...
What did you hear?
I can't really say. But you might not want to be on my bad list. You know that saying, happy wife, happy life? Well, in this case, it would be happy ex-wife, happy life.
Well, that could certainly make for an interesting contract signing next week right here on Impact Wrestling Live. Speaking of next week, get ready for this. As voted by the fans, the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe, goes one-on-one with the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy, next week.
Can't wait for that one. Here's another epic Bound for Glory series matchup next week. Bad Influence, they're going to collide. Get ready for Christopher Daniels to go one-on-one against Kazarian, but there's more, JB.
And will back-to-back wins by the Vice President of the Aces and Eights be enough? It's Mr. Anderson versus the current points leader, Magnus. Match with huge implications next week right here on Impact Wrestling Live, Bound for Glory series action.
And our Impact Wrestling main event is brought to you by the makers of 5 Hour Energy. Take it after lunch. Be clear and alert for hours. Aries picks up points in the Bound for Glory series, and here we go. Time has arrived. Here they come. Main event Mafia on their way to the ring. What's their offer that Aces and Eights can't refuse? That offer is next.